Revelation 2176. From the 6th of December 1941. Spiritual connection with God. Antidote for world. There is no better antidote for the world and its pleasures than spiritual union with God. Whoever strives for the latter, his desire is no longer for the world, for he has now found something that is worth striving for and earns him everlasting good. The spiritual bond with God does not say much to the body, for every bodily desire is disregarded because it is an obstacle to intimate contact with God. For the body belongs to the world. Therefore, the body must also surrender itself and do what pleases God if it wants to shape itself in such a way that God takes possession of it in order to work through it. God deems such activity necessary. God knows that faith is in greatest danger of being eradicated and he must revive it through extraordinary activity. For extraordinary activity should lead to God. The greatest blessing is God-connectedness, just as the distance from God, which becomes apparent through faithlessness, is the greatest disadvantage for the human soul. For then the body dominates the soul, it demands unrestricted enjoyment of life and finds fulfillment, and the human being lives his earthly life without God, so to speak. And his spirit is gagged, and this means spiritual standstill, if not decline of his development. The separation from earthly pleasures and comforts and giving up earthly desires requires self-conquest, but on the other hand has the greatest spiritual success, for to the same extent as the human being sacrifices he also receives, yet something far more delicious, because it is imperishable good which he exchanges for earthly goods. And he only realizes what this means when he dies, when he can take this good over into eternity, where everything earthly remains. Spiritual unity with God is the beginning of the happy state which outlasts the earthly world, for the final goal of all spiritual striving is unity with God, and anyone who strives for this unity while still on earth will find the world less attractive, and this has the same meaning as having escaped the power of the adversary. To let the human being fall into spiritual low is his incessant endeavor, and he succeeds in resisting the body's desire if the human will is too weak. The human being has to strive for spiritual unity with God, then he will also receive the strength to master his body's desires. And supreme spiritual success will reward his will. What the body surrenders, the soul will receive, and this will outlast all earthly things. Amen.